There are also major concerns occasionally from staff about fears or attitudes, fears of internet breaches and using laptops or tablets as heavy projectiles, a possible threat to safety and security. But it's essential to promote internet and technologies for learning. And it's also important to identify staff to lead the technology charge within the facility. It's also essential to ensure professional development for all staff and teachers on how to use technologies. All of these are essential programming elements that will equip juveniles to be productive 21st century online and offline citizens. So returning to our information superhighway metaphor, information comes fast at our students. And staff must set limits. Just like the real highway has speed limits, there must be limits for our learners and our internet users, such as setting classroom configuration and the direct observation of screens and students to ensure students stay on task. There's also the detection technology, such as classroom management software and internet web filters that will ensure the safety of users. Then there will be occasional violations. The access to digital contraband. But students must learn from this occasion, and occasional violations must not shut down the information superhighway to all its learners, to all its users. In Oregon, a progressive state law was adopted providing usage guidelines and policies for internet access by juveniles at the Oregon Youth Authority custody facilities. This included the design of behavior management procedures. So safety and security when it comes to delivering technologies and internet access is a high-stakes issue, particularly within the field of juvenile justice education. So getting it right is imperative. Education programs are finding the rewards greatly outweigh its perceived threats. Technology's true power lies in how students and teachers utilize technology in the learning process. And when it's utilized successfully, technology is a great engagement tool for students. Consider Shawnee. Shawnee was a resident at the girls' school in Wyoming. She's a digital native. And she was a regular texter and used apps, but she wasn't particularly interested in the how-to of the using technologies. Her teacher introduced her to the Hour of Code initiative, an introduction to computer programming, where she gained skills. And actually, she enjoyed the process. And she fell in love with it. She gained emotional and cognitive engagement. She discovered a passion for coding that she didn't have before. It was her thing. So it provided Shawnee with confidence. It empowered her to learn. And it gave her direction for future possibilities that she wasn't aware of before. So teaching, even with the use of technology, still remains essentially a human experience. The student-teacher relationship is critical. and teachers must continue to plan for the individual learning styles and needs of students in their classroom. Consider blended learning. Blended learning combines face-to-face traditional classroom methods, lecture, discussion, with computer-based student activities. This allows students to become more involved in the learning process. They become more empowered, and it allows teachers to model what great digital instruction looks like in the classroom. Also, where there may be limited resources, one computer with one projector. Google Earth is great in this setting, where the teacher might drive and the student navigates using Google Earth. As if by magic, an entire class can be teleported out of the facility, out of a locked, secure facility, and transferred to Paris, to various countries, to towns and cities, and even landmarks like Washington, D.C. and the White House. Technology is also a very versatile teaching method, particularly in the mixed ability, multi-age classroom setting of juvenile justice and alternative education. Individualized instruction using online curriculum or massive online open courses such as Khan Academy or edX allows students to pursue credit recovery and credit continuation, and allows students to work comfortably at their own pace. Great for credit recovery. Then we have augmented reality. Augmented reality is a fantastic way to engage youth in the classroom. Augmented reality overlays virtual images, models, on top of regular real-world objects. So, for example, a student would see this page ordinarily in the real world, but with a device, and a camera-enabled device, they can shoot and take a picture of that device and bring it to life, allowing students to interact with a variety of different models, such as the human body or the Curiosity Mars rover. So this is a very powerful and engaging way to hook learners. This is also very important in the secure setting, because these models allow students to integrate and work with objects that might ordinarily pose safety and security risks within the secure setting. So there are also other exciting options, particularly emerging technologies, such as game-based learning, that scaffolds learning concepts into gameplay and then has the student demonstrating mastery when they level up or achieve the task at the end of a level. Bright Byte Labs research shows that students benefit both socially and academically from the immediate, formative, peer-to-peer feedback of online gaming. And then there is 3D printing, an affordable and more accessible technology than in previous years and previous times. And 3D printing and computer-aided design can be used to teach digital design and inspire careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. At Oregon Youth Authority, Innovative instruction looks like driver simulators, students sitting in driver simulations, or students learning in a digital music studio. Also at Oregon Youth Authority, students are prepared for training and readiness for the A+ certification, technical certification. Lots of possibilities, lots of engaging possibilities. Also, if your facility or education program has not considered social media, this is a powerful way to communicate with stakeholders, community members, parents, other schools. It invites these stakeholder groups into the detention and alternative education classroom. It promotes and demonstrates a digitally inclusive culture.